ChatGPT said, "Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin collectors. If you're sitting down right now with a jar of old pennies, don't move. Because buried in that pile might be something that could change your life forever." Imagine this: an ordinary-looking penny, slightly worn, tucked away in a desk drawer or mixed in with spare change from decades ago. But this isn't just any coin, it's a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that, under the right conditions, has sold for over $40,000 at auction. Yes, $40,000. For a single cent now. I know what you might be thinking. It's just a penny from 1940. I've seen dozens of those. But here's the secret. Some of these pennies hide extraordinary errors and unseen details that make them worth a small fortune. And chances are, one of them might be sitting in your home right now. Let me tell you a story. Last year, a retired Navy veteran named Thomas from Fresno, California was cleaning out his father's old tackle box. Inside was a rusted Altoids tin filled with random coins, nickels, dimes, and old wheat pennies. He wasn't expecting anything of value. But then he noticed something unusual, a 1940 Lincoln penny that looked just slightly off. The mint mark was faint. The date looked a bit strange, almost like it was doubled. The rim wasn't perfectly round. Something told him to hold on to it. He sent it to PCGS, one of the most trusted coin grading services in the country. Weeks later, he got a call. His coin was a double die obverse, an extremely rare error where the image on the front of the coin is stamped twice during minting, creating a ghost-like doubling effect. But that wasn't all. His coin had also been struck off-center by about 15%, and it was still in solid negative 58 Australian dollars condition. That one penny, just one, sold through Heritage Auctions $4.42, 300. Thomas said, "That coin helped me pay off my truck, fix the roof, and still left enough for a family trip I'd been putting off for 20 years. And here's the kicker. He almost threw it away. So now I have to ask, how many people have done just that? How many priceless coins have been spent on a candy bar or tossed into a change jar, never to be seen again? Let's break down what makes the 1940 wheat penny so special, and why collectors are desperate to get their hands on one in pristine or error-filled condition. First, the basics. Date: 1940 mint mark. S for San Francisco, located just below the date on the front obverse of the coin. Composition: 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Design: classic Lincoln bust on the front, wheat ears on the reverse, but don't let its simplicity fool you. These pennies were struck during wartime. Quality control at the San Francisco Mint was stretched thin. As a result, errors slipped through. The most sought-after varieties: double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date and the word Liberty. If the numbers or letters appear doubled, you may be holding a treasure. Off-center strike. Coins where the design isn't perfectly centered can fetch thousands depending on how much of the design is missing. A 10 to 15% off-center 1940 in high grade can easily exceed $5,000 struck on wrong planchet. Some extremely rare 1940 pennies were struck on dime or foreign coin planchets, making them weigh less or appear silver-toned. These oddballs can sell in the five-figure range. High-grade uncirculated MS 66 to MS 68. Even without errors, if your 1940 is in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, no scratches, bright luster, it could be worth between $1,000 and $6,000, depending on the grading. So how can you tell if you've got something valuable? Here are 3 things to do right now. Inspect closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check the date for doubling. Examine the rim. Is it round or slightly cut off, indicating an off-center strike? Weigh it. A standard 1940 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it weighs significantly less or more, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Check the mint mark. Make sure the S is present and look for signs of repunching. Some rare 1940 pennies have RPM errors, repunched mint marks, where the S was stamped more than once. If you spot anything suspicious or unusual, don't clean the coin. That can destroy its value instantly. Instead, submit it to a reputable grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll authenticate it, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder. This grade is what dealers and auction houses rely on. Once graded, if it's valuable, you can contact major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers, or list it on eBay with proper certification. But be warned, without professional grading, most buyers won't take the risk. And if your coin is truly rare, you don't want to undersell it. I know some of you watching right now are saying, well, I used to have a whole roll of these back in the day. Or worse, I cashed in my wheat pennies at the bank for face value last year. It's enough to make your heart drop, but there's still time that if you grew up in the 1950s or 60s, your parents may have saved these coins in coffee tins, sock drawers, or cardboard albums. If you're a grandparent, there's a good chance these coins were handed down to you, or still hiding in plain sight. This isn't just collecting. This is treasure hunting, and right now, we're in a golden era of rediscovery. Pennies that were forgotten for generations are suddenly making headlines and changing lives. So here's what I want you to do. Go check your change jars. Go dig through that old cigar box from your uncle. Flip through those coin folders you haven't touched in years, because if just one of them holds a rare 1940 penny with the right errors or condition, that coin could pay off a car, cover a surgery, or finally fund that road trip across America you've dreamed of. Coins are history you can hold. And sometimes, they hold more value than we ever imagined. So don't wait, but don't leave your legacy sitting in a drawer. And above all, don't assume it's just a penny, because the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny holds the key to a completely new lifestyle.